Well, I guess the terrorists have won. So, there's been a lot of press about the movie The Interview recently, and I've seen a few trailers, and it looks like your typical quote-unquote stoner comedy, or just a comedy, just something poking fun at the world. Team America World Police have done it. The scary movies have done it. A lot of movies poke fun at real-life figures and countries and races and people. And if you think it's just Hollywood, no. Bollywood does it. The films coming out of Russia and China do it all the time. And apparently the terrorists have won, or the hackers have won in this case, but with the threats that they're making, you might as well call them terrorists. Let's see. On December 16th, 2014, the hackers, by the way, these are the same hackers apparently that hacked into Sony's main server, or whatever the hell you would call it, and they released a whole bunch of emails from the studio heads and from people who work for Sony, and they also released things like actors' fake names and addresses and stuff like that. Nothing huge, but also it's a major breach, and it is something to be concerned about. So, on December 16th, I'm reading this, by the way, the hackers issued a warning to moviegoers threatening to attack anyone who sees The Interview in theaters and urging people to remember the 11th of September 2001. Rogen and Franco decided to stop doing publicity for the film, canceling previously scheduled appearances, the two main actors of the film. Soon after, I think today, Sony told this major movie theater groups, hey, if you don't want to show the film, you don't have to. And as of right now, Sony has pulled the release from every theater. Like, it's not coming out. If they've already shipped it or sent out the download for theaters with digital projectors, it won't allow it to be shown. That's it. So, this is the United States of America. I'm not going to go all star-spangled awesome on you. Being an American, I've grown up in America. Are we the only free country? No. Are we the only country with freedom of speech and all that it entails? No. And I'm not going to go on some rant about how, it's freedom of speech, it's freedom of speech. It goes beyond this. Number one, you have a hacker group who is threatening the likes of September 11th to people who go and see it. We need to take that seriously, even if they don't have the capabilities or means. If you walk up to somebody and tell them, hey, if you don't give me $50, I'm going to shoot you in the face, even though you don't look like you have a gun on you, that should be taken seriously. And for Sony and the powers that be to pull the film from theaters, personally, I think that's the dumb decision. I think that, yes, we should take these threats seriously, but if movie theaters and music companies and TV show producers or providers, again, general idea, if everybody pulled or did not release their product because of threats, we wouldn't have a global economy. We wouldn't have movies, we wouldn't have TV shows, we wouldn't have music. As far as I'm concerned, and you could kind of nitpick here with certain films that are bad or good, it's a form of art. The movie industry has been around for so long now, we take it for granted that we can just go see one of these movies. The fact that Sony has pulled the film from all these theaters and now they're just saying, sorry, no, unacceptable as far as I'm concerned. On one side, it's not right. As far as I'm concerned, they should have released the film. Again, every time if somebody complained, if they pulled it every time, there wouldn't be anything released. People complain about everything. Look, and some people are saying, well, not every movie is about an assassination of a world leader. Okay, look at films like JFK, look at films like Platoon, look at films that cast governments and countries in the negative, okay? There are probably more films that do that for the United States than any country in the world. And do you see our government getting all up in a piss? No. Do you see individual people? I mean, there's also race issues to think about. The whole and I say this being non-sarcastic, the slavery issues, the Muslim issues, Hispanic issues, white issues. Look at films like American History X. Look at films like 12 Years a Slave. I mean, look at Django Unchained. Did the theater pull that because it involved a lot of, and I'm not like this, so I don't use this word often, but let's just say the N-word? Did it get pulled because it showed slavery for what it really was? Maybe a little, Quentin Tarantino-ized, but hey, I'm sure it was much worse, and things happen a lot worse off than what we saw in the film. Did they pull that film? No. Because this group of hackers that, yes, if it is the same group, did hack a major studio's email, are threatening us, citizens of the world, not just America, to not go see the film, go fuck yourself. They said here, quoting might as well call them a terrorist group, the hackers, warning to moviegoers, threatening to attack anyone who sees the interview in theaters, and urging people, again, to remember the 11th of September. I will go buy a fucking ticket right now if I could, and I would go sit my ass in that theater, and I would tell that to their face. That is my right, given that I'm an American. It's anybody's right in any country where the film would have been released. Go fuck yourself. That's my stance on this issue. And I'm not getting too deep into it. I just got home from work. I just wanted to film a quick video here and my thoughts on it because as a moviegoer, it's a huge thing. What happens now? Now, every time a TV show or a movie criticizes or pokes fun at or shows someone or something or some country in a bad light, someone's going to complain or threaten and they're going to pull the film or TV show or song or book? No. Fuck you. And that's why I think it was a bad decision. Take the threats seriously. Think of it seriously, but don't pull the movie. How many songs and books and documentaries that speak negatively for any country in this world do exist, for any person or for anything in this world? As far as I'm concerned, this was the wrong decision on Sony's part. I'm not going to get any deeper. I'm not a philosopher. I'm not a history buff when it comes to all aspects. Those are just my thoughts as an average American who is a movie buff. What do you think? Leave a comment in the comment sections below. I'll put a link in the info section on a couple of different sites that talk about this. I'm not happy. And my main reason I'm not happy is, where will this lead in the future? What does this mean for the future of Hollywood films and quote-unquote freedom of speech, or the freedom to make whatever film someone wants to? If I want to go in my backyard with a handheld camera and make a mock-up of something like The Interview, where I'm talking about a world leader or a radical group leader, are they going to threaten to kill people who go to the theaters to see my film? So then I have to pull my... No. See, this is why I think this is wrong. Anyway, this is BSG T2 Trek Fan 88. Have a good night.